Good morning, friends. If you've been around on the channel for a while, you would know that I love nothing more than curating the perfect Sunday. For me, that usually looks like good coffee, a beautiful drive, spending time around interesting cars, and spending time with friends. Over the last few years, all of this has kind of morphed into something that I like to call Sunday rituals. The idea that sometimes the best moments happen when you slow down a little bit. Take the long way home, try that new coffee shop you've been looking at on Instagram for way too long, go for a drive, or just spend a Sunday morning with some friends. So this weekend, I thought I'd take you along for one of my Sunday rituals. We're grabbing coffee, we're gonna launch something that I've been working on for way too long, do a little bit of writing, probably hit 3 more coffee shops, and just spend some time doing the things I enjoy. And of course, checking out some cars. So let's go do it. Okay, so I just spent the last little while working on something that I've been wanting to do for such a long time. I am finally launching a Sunday Rituals newsletter. And honestly, I have no idea why it took me this long to do it. I think over the last few years, I've collected so many photos, so many coffee shops, so many driving routes all over the world that I've kind of just saved in my own little photo album and never really looked at ever again. And I've been looking for a place to kind of curate all of those things to share with all of you. And as much as I love sharing all these coffee runs on YouTube, I feel like they need a physical place to live that you can look back on and don't have to watch a 10-minute video to see the coffee shops I recommend, the places I go to, or any other stories that I want to share. For me, Sunday Rituals has never been just about the cars. The cars are definitely a huge part of it, but it's always been the coffee, the people, and the places that we go. The first article is kind of just going to be a little bit about Sunday Rituals, how Sunday Rituals came to be, because it's quite a story. All you need to know is Sunday is my favorite day of the week and I drink way too much coffee. Anyways, we're gonna head down to Laguna, go get some lunch, probably get another coffee after this one, and go check out some cool shops and see where the day takes us. I just saw the prettiest shark blue Cayman S drive by. I missed my car! Should I wrap it? No, that'd be crazy. Should I? It's so cute. So I did go to Porsche last weekend and actually put eyes on my car, and I had a really great chat with the service manager there to kind of get an idea of what is actually going on. It's been 9 weeks now that my Cayman has been sitting at the dealership, and we still don't really know what's going on. So the current update is they've replaced half my cooling system. It has not fixed the issue. So anytime the car is on and idling and you turn the defrost or heat on max, the car starts overheating, which is not ideal. So the next step is they are currently running a camera through the entire vacuum system to see if there's a potential blockage, which fingers crossed would be the easiest fix. If they don't find anything, we are gonna have to drop my engine next week, which is not ideal, but the current theory is apparently my water pump was replaced 3 months before I bought the car, and I had no idea. I didn't have any record of this, no one told me, didn't show up on any of the service records that I had. So current theory, they think that the car may have been overheated by something to do with this water pump replacement originally. And if that's the case, I don't know what that means, but they're gonna crack open the cylinder heads once they drop the engine and kind of just scope out, see if there's anything warped, and I guess we just have to go from there. But fingers crossed, it's just like a blockage or something that can be easily fixed. And I will keep you guys updated because we're going on 9 weeks and I miss my car. Good morning, friends. There is a brand new coffee shop that's just opening up and they're hosting Cars and Coffee this morning, so obviously we have to go. I need coffee. The Cayman has been gone for just over 2 months now, and I really didn't realize how much of my routine and life really revolve around this car. Anything from, the spontaneous drives with friends, to random road trips, to even just random car meets. It feels weird doing it in the Macan, but at the same time, it's kind of forced me to focus on other things, like this YouTube channel and this newsletter and a few other things with Sunday Rituals that I really hope to grow in the future. So it hasn't all been bad, but I have so many road trips and places that I want to go and take you guys with me, but it feels wrong to do it in this Macan, and I can only go so far in this thing. It is a loaner car after all. I would like to return to Canada at some point, but until then, not the worst place to be stuck, so thanks for watching.